Awesome. Okay, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to upgrade my thing this training this week, this Zoom, to where we can kind of do some more things. But I've had a lot of people want the recordings for these, so I'm going to add some more. We had some people get kicked out last week, and so I need to add some more people to be able to have more people on. But if you just came on and you haven't muted, just mute when you come on. There's a little microphone down in the bottom left-hand corner where you can meet. Guys, I'm excited. I'm going to introduce you to somebody, and then I'm going to come back on, and I'm going to teach you guys just a couple things that I learned at the Pro 10 tour that was here in Tampa. I see a lot of you that are on. I see Lisa Shepard. She drove, I think, probably about 5 hours to get. Lisa, was it more than that? 7 hours. 8 hours. She drove 8 hours to be a part of the Pro 10 tour. And I'm telling you, if you're committed to those type of things, your business is going to grow. That just shows urgency. It shows that you're excited. It shows that you're, I see Tammy getting on. She lives in Toronto. We don't have anything anywhere close to her. So her and her group, they're going to be driving down to Michigan to go to their school down there. And so I know a lot of people down there. Hey, what's up? Dr. J is on. So I'm going to introduce my very good friend, Paulette. Paulette has been an inspiration to me. She has been a friend. I've kind of adopted her, even though she's kind of adopted me too as a second son. Every time I go to Ohio, and just so y'all know, Paulette is not in my organization. I've kind of adopted her because they've kind of been out there on their own and not with a lot of support. And so they've tied into everything that we're doing with Team True Blue. Her and her daughter, Renee, have reached this year the rank of Pro 5, which is an awesome rank. We all know that next step is you get to go to the Pro 5 Summit. And I know that they're working hard to be able to do that. Paulette lives in Ottawa, Ohio, which I'm sure not very many of you understand where Ottawa is. She's been married to her husband for 47 years. Wow. Totally awesome. She has 3 children, 8 grandchildren. She has a bachelor's in science and education, a master's of science in school counseling. Paulette spent 20 years in the classroom teaching food and nutrition. Worked for 3 years with pregnant and parenting teens, and as a school counselor for 6 years. And most of all, what I like, because when I go to her house and stay at her house, her and her husband, who is an amazing man, have owned a restaurant for 41 years. And the food is phenomenal. And they have meetings there every Saturday. And she runs the marketing and training and finances and builds this business. It's kind of funny. I love her that she's just a giver. She's the type of person that I want to be around in this business. Her daughter recently just had a fire, and she's had her daughter and their whole family living with her since June while their house is being prevented. So I'm going to have her come on. I'm going to have her tell her story. She's got some great results with the product. And I want to say this before we get started. We obviously know that we can't say that we treat, prevent, or cure, or mitigate disease. But now that we've said that, I'm going to let Paulette share her story, and then I'm going to let her share what happened with her physically and what happened with her son. And I just, before she gets started, I want you guys to realize something. This is to build belief in you that the power of one person sharing this information with somebody can completely change an entire family's life. So, Paulette, I'm not going to get you too teary-eyed there. I know you'll probably be a little emotional while we talk, but the floor is yours. Take it away, my friend.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. Have at it.
Okay. Well, about a little over 3 years ago, I was not very well, and I had actually been hospitalized. And it was like about a 9 months to a 12-month process of being very, very sick and sleeping a lot. And my daughter Renee brought me this blue bottle and told me to start taking this product. And I did not believe her or trust her. And I argued with her, and she wore me down. And so I started to take it. And within 3 weeks, Nerve 2 started working in my body, and I was awake a whole day. So I told my husband, well, don't tell her yet, because it could be a fluke. This could be a fluke. So anyway, it wasn't a fluke. And within about a week, I told her as I answered the door, and she's like, I know, I'm looking at you. Look at you. You're up. You're awake. I know it's working already. So unfortunately, my son, Ryan, was re-diagnosed about 3 months in when I was feeling very well. Then he was re-diagnosed for the second time. The first time when he was 36, he had stage 3 colon cancer. And when he was 39 at this time, he had stage 4 liver cancer. And so things weren't looking too well. So she brings this little blue bottle back and says, we have to give him this. Have to give him this now. And I'm like, are you crazy? You think this is good for everything? What is wrong with you? So she's like, no. So she was insisting and insisting. So finally I said, okay, so if you think you have so much faith in this, what it's going to do, before we talk to him, I have to know this is something good. So she said, well, you can just join the company and go with me. There's a conference in Denver, Colorado. So 2 weeks after that, I joined because I knew I was going to take the product. By then, my husband was begging to take the product because he saw what it was doing for me. And so we flew to Denver, Colorado, and came back with no doubts. And so our son started taking Protandim, and he made a decision to take it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this since this is being recorded, but he took it through his treatments. Through his treatments for 9 months. He took 2 a day. So at the end of that 2 months, and ever since, he's been cancer-free. And last year, he went to, he had 2 hernias. By the way, he's very private. He would be mortified if he knew we were doing this, but it's okay because it's helping other people. So anyway, he had to have 2 hernias repaired, and the doctor told my daughter-in-law that it was probably going to be up to about 3.5 hours to clean up the adhesions and scar tissue from his other 2 surgeries. And so she's not one to listen to me. She is taking Protandim, but she doesn't really listen to me. She doesn't want to talk about it. So I just thought in my mind, if I don't tell her now, she's never going to believe me afterwards. So I just looked at her and I said, I really don't think the surgery is going to take that long. Because people taking Protandim, their body's healing itself, and it's in a very healthy state. I don't think he's going to have that much scar tissue and adhesions. And he has a very young doctor that's been a surgeon, and he came jumping and skipping out of the room after an hour and 15 minutes. So that belly is totally clear. There's no adhesions. There's no scar tissue. And he has continued since then to have totally clear scans, totally clear, good blood results. Everything's good. So out coaching his kids, having a normal life. So we believe that good Lord sent this to us.
Amen. Well, let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
Tell me what it has meant, because I just want you all to know, Paulette, what's the population of Ottawa?
Oh, Ottawa, 5,000.
5,000 people. And both her and her daughter have reached the rank of Pro 5 in a town of the population of 5,000. And Paulette, talk a little bit about what it's been like to travel and how you haven't missed events, and just talk a little bit about the success of what attending events and the sacrifice that it's meant and how it's meant. Because if you remember, I remember this conversation that we had in your living room when you were a Pro 3, and you kept saying, oh, Michael, it's just so hard out here. We have no support. And then you and I just said, hey, I said to you, remember when I said you're going to be a Pro 5 before long?
Yep.
And so just talk about
last year.
Yeah. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
What talk about what tying into the system, attending events, and what LifeVantage has meant to you and your family.
Well, number one, it meant everything. But tying into events, number one, gave me faith in the product that I needed at first. Just the product itself and what it can do. Now that my mind is open to other opportunities also, learning about the business has been great. But I'll tell you, after Renee's fire in June, that was a really rough time. And she decided, I didn't know if she was going to come. I was going to go no matter what, to, Anaheim. Yeah, to Anaheim. But I didn't know if she was. Now, she was out there with a dress that she got from a garage sale that was being set up in my garage.
No, she told me not to make fun of her.
All borrowed clothes, and most of them from my closet. So she came without, and we were both down. And we came back very fired up. So the difference in the excitement of everything new and the hope of everything that's happening right now for LifeVantage. If you don't go, you don't touch and feel that. You can't catch that fire. So I shouldn't have said fire again.
That's okay. That's all right. I know you've been thinking about a fire a lot.
But you catch that in your soul, that part that of what we have. And I was sitting out there, and there was people from Japan and Canada and Mexico there. And I was sitting there thinking, 5,000 people or 5,500 people at this event. How do we know about this? And why aren't there more people here? The opportunity is just still phenomenal.
Yeah. Let me ask you real quick about that. Would you say that because of the foundation and the legwork that people have joined and done over the past, let's say you've been involved how long?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. And would you say that the opportunity is better now than it was than when we got involved, like you 3 years ago and me 5 years?
Well, I think it's easier to explain what we have.
Yeah.
And even the business. Look at the backing that's happening right now.
Well, the timing is better. And so the timing is better.
Yes, is so much better.
And the timing is better, and I'm sure you can probably touch on this. I posted this on Facebook the other day. A nurse practitioner here in Tampa posted a picture of what her 401k looked like. Now you have to think about this. When you think about 401ks, most of the time we think that they're basically what we're going to use for retirement, right? And so, and I know you guys can probably see this now, but if y'all can see this, this is what she was going to have to retire with. It says $2,586 a month. Now, Paulette, could anybody live off of that much money after they had been making, let's say, $100,000 to $110,000 a year? So they're basically living off of half of what they should have been. And just tell me what, real quick, to what LifeVantage and what residual income has meant to you and to Renee and to your family.
Well, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead.
Okay. Biggest thing is, it was a surprise at first that, I wasn't really looking for the money. And so it was around Christmas time I went, I thought, I wonder if anything's on this card the very first year. And there was money on there. And I was like, whoa, there is actual money on here. So having residual income it's actually, my residual income now is bigger than my teacher retirement.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Her residual income is bigger than her teacher income, her retirement was. And Paulette, would you just say that that makes building this business for your grandchildren that much more rewarding?
Sure.
And you did this, yes. and if I remember right, you told me that you did network marketing many, many, many years ago, right?
Well, I think it was direct sales. I don't think it was network.
Okay, that's right, direct sales.
Because it was upfront money, even though we also did get residuals, but it was just for a one-time thing, whatever everybody else was doing. So yes, I was in direct sales for 14 years.
Okay, so buy something, get paid, no getting paid over and over. And would you say that there's a big difference when you can, I remember Darren Jensen saying that his big baby when he was with Amway 20 some years ago was stainless steel cookware. How many times do you buy stainless steel cookware? One time, because it has a lifetime warranty. What's great about LifeVantage products is that you get to work, you get paid over and over and over and over. So I just want to thank you for taking the time out to be a part of this. I'm very grateful that God positioned you in my life. Every time I come, and I get to spend time with you and Dick, and it just encourages me. We've had some amazing talks at some times in my life when I really needed someone to just tell me what I needed to hear. We've cried together, we've laughed together, and I just want to say that I'm grateful for you and Renee and the leadership. And I know that my team that has connected with you in Ohio and in Toledo, you guys are going to be blessed here in a couple of weeks. You're going to have Brandon Cunningham, my mentor, and now most all of your mentor, coming there and pouring into you guys. And I'm excited because we're going to have a bunch of us coming behind. So thank you so much for taking the time out and sharing with us tonight. And Lisa and I love you dearly and honored to have you on the call tonight.
Well, thank you. And thank you for all your help with us.
You're welcome. Thanks for being on. Okay, guys, I'm going to pop over here and I'm going to share something real quick. Let me just see where I got this at. Hold on one second. Okay. Can you guys see that? Paulette, give me a thumbs up that you can see that. Can you see that? Creating duplication? Okay. So guys, I want to share something with you that was shared with me this past Monday. Now, we all know that when we join LifeVantage, okay, I'm going to pull one other thing up. Hold on just one second. Just bear with me. Let's see. I got one more thing I just want to pull up. So you guys can get this. It kind of froze up on me. We had the internet, just so y'all know, like I said, please keep praying for us. We are having some rough weather here. Just continue to keep praying for us. Okay, y'all can see the prices of the business packs there, right? Can you see that all? Paulette, you guys are good there with that? Okay, we all know that this is how we get involved in LifeVantage. And whether you're a guest tonight or you're a distributor, we know that, Carrie Dickey crossed out the Freedom Pack. I looked at my last 60 days, and 90% of our enrollments are Platinum Packs. 10% are Vantage Packs, and I haven't had any Freedom Packs. If you enter into a business, you want to enter into a business where you have the potential to make the most money possible. And to me, I want to get all the products. So, and now that they've included 2 tickets to our Elite Academy in Orlando, and a Platinum Pack and 2 Eric Worre tickets, you really get about $1,400 worth of product and material and tickets in the Platinum Pack. So it makes a lot of sense. So you guys can see that if you enroll with the Platinum Pack, you get paid $500. Tyler Daniels showed this, and I kind of put it together really quick. I love to play around with numbers and stuff. So you can see what your goal is when you first enroll somebody. This is your number one goal, is to teach them to get your money back. And I know you guys hear this, but when Tyler taught this, it was very eye-opening to me, because we always hear the 5 by 5 by 5, and that kind of sometimes blows people away. They go along in the business and they think, wow, a hyper enroller in our company is considered somebody who enrolls 10 people. Only 2.8% of people enroll more than 10 people. Okay, and the numbers are getting higher as we go along in LifeVantage, because just like me. You know, Lisa and I talk about this all the time. We actually have friends of ours that have just been watching and seeing what we do. So if you enroll 3 people on a platinum pack, or you teach somebody that you've enrolled to do this, then what happens is you teach them to get their money back. Okay? So once you teach them to get their money back, you obviously, and we teach this, we teach 200 PV, which is you using $200 worth of product. And if you see, if we teach those 3 to get 3, on that first level, that equals $600. So 3 people using 200 PV at $600. And then what do? This seems more logical to me to teach people, because you teach those 3 to go out and get 3. What have they done? They've got their money back, plus a little bit more. Plus they've got $1,000 worth of product if it's a platinum pack, okay? So that equals $1,800 plus the $600, okay? Then you go down to the next level. You teach those 3 to get 3. That's $5,400, okay? If you add all those 3 together, that's $7,800, okay? And what that is that's Pro 3. It's Pro 3 with the availability to make Pro 4, okay? And we had someone in our group this month make Pro 3 in their first month, okay? And it was really that, 3 that got 3 that got 3, okay? And so you kind of teach that when you're teaching people about how to do this business. And look at this. This foundation rank is based on this, okay? And if you guys want this, I will send it to you. I'm going to fix it up a little bit and put some different slides in there. I just had to put it together really quick because I had to find the recording that Tyler did the other night so I could watch it, and I just found it about an hour ago. This can be achieved in 30 days or less, okay? People are doing this now a lot faster than Paulette and I did when we got involved, and she can tell you that. She's got people in her, we love it because we all have people that are actively working the business on a regular basis. You can go all the way to the top if you build enough of these ranks. So your goal is to build as many Pro 3s as you can. We had several Pro 3 rank advancements in our business this month. And I believe two of them are on the call. Suzanne Carreri and Tammy Hitton are both out of Canada. And I told you guys, remember, they're going to be driving to Michigan about 4.5 hours to attend this LifeVantage Academy. And Paulette told you, it's very important to attend the events. And I'm just going to say this because I probably bet that Paulette and her group will also attend the LifeVantage Academy. So you can just see that sometimes a little bit of sacrifice goes a long way. And I love this. Brandon Cunningham, my mentor, put this on. You go from semi-temporary to more permanent. This is what builds belief in this business. 50% or more of the distributors stay involved and are still involved. So if you make a distributor, if you get basically signed up, the average distributor stays about 90 days. Okay. If in their first month they make Pro 1, they stay about 9 months. If they make Pro 2, they stay 18 months. And if they make Pro 3, they stay 64 months. And so when you're thinking about this foundation rank, this should be the rank that you push through to get your people to do that. So just remember, you teach everybody to use 200 PV. And what I want to finish is, and I didn't get a chance to make this slide, but I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but I wanted to reiterate it. The only way this happens is if within that first month of purchasing your platinum pack, you get rid of every product that you have in your package, and you help your new distributor obtain 200 PV. Now that we all know that 200 PV can be obtained by just using our products, but we found out that if you do 15 presentations a month or more, and you're going to get some customers, and those customers will offset that 200 PV. So a couple goals in that first month to help people get their money back, but to also help them obtain that 200 PV. And that's the first goal that you should set with them, obviously, in conjunction with helping them get their money back. Because this 2x2x2 doesn't happen unless people get rid of all of the product that's in their Platinum pack or Vantage pack. Why is that? Because if they don't use that product the following month, they will not have an auto ship. Okay? So trust me when I tell you this. Those should be your goals, and you should be teaching this to your teams. We did a hot training up in Georgia this past weekend, and I can tell you that it's going to create several distributors. Some have already enrolled, several. And so we taught this very simple duplication in our hot trainings. And, you can have a hot training with 5 people or 10 people or 15 people. So guys, we're at the first of the month. We have what these incentives that the company has offered for this trip from Mexico. Darren was talking to some of the elites this week, and he told us that they will have people that will make it that actually join in September. And I started doing some calculations, and since the points are doubled this month, you're very capable of making the trip to Mexico if you expose it. And if you go in your back office, there's a qualifying link where you can find out what your points are for that. So I'm excited. We had a great month of September. We had a lot of rank advancements. We had some amazing people join this company. I'm home for 2 weeks. I will be in Toronto at the end of the month, and then I'm going to be doing some other traveling back to Atlanta and some other places. So thank you guys for being on the call tonight. Thank you, Paulette. Thanks for listening. Michael, you guys, everybody, thank you for all spending 30 minutes with me tonight. And I'm honored that you guys took this time out to do it. Lisa and I are here for you guys. If there's anything that we can do, you guys can see that I've lost my voice because I've been doing 5 to 7 3-way phone calls every day. And so let's keep it up. Get rid of my voice if you want. I'm okay with it. So I'm excited to help you guys build this business, and let's go after some rank advancements more this month. And I just love you all. Thank you guys for being on the call tonight. God bless you all. Thanks. Bye, guys. Bye, Theo, Jimmy. Bye, Jay.
Thanks,
Bye,
Mike.
guys.
Thanks, Michael.
Bye, guys. Hey, Susan.
Thank you, Paulette.
Hey, Jen. See you, Jimmy.
Your story was awesome.
God bless you guys. You guys all have a good one, okay?
You too.
Thanks, Paulette. Thanks again. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Marcy. Bye, guys.
Whatever. Yeah, which one's better for you?